Nami, you're not in Roll20?
Yes, I am.
She's showing up for me.
Oh, you are?
Danny's not, but she can't be, I don't think.
Oh, now I can see Nami.
Well,
Okay.
I just refreshed it because you said you couldn't see me, so.
Who would like to recap last week? Slash, who will get peer pressured?
So, did we start off? We were still at the bear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there was a bear. It was dead.
What kind of bear?
But it came back to life. It had mushrooms on it.
Platypus bear? Owl bear?
It hit Shalar pretty bad, and we decided to fight fire with fire, aka bear with the bear. So Denali turned into a bear, and we beat the bear's ass.
Naturally.
But then we ran away, because we were like, okay, no more dead things, we're good.
No,
right?
that's not
Is that
true.
what happened?
No,
That didn't happen?
Oz and Devery started like turning the crank thing to try to like
Oh,
open
that's right. The water came through.
Try to open the gates, and then Oz was like, "I'm gonna stick my head through this water wall," and then it splashed and flooded the basement, and Shalara got the fuck out.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't do water, which is funny because then she got on a boat. So
no, Oz literally carried her kicking and screaming.
So we found the boats. One of them was unusable, so Shalara decided to set it on fire. And then we got on the boats, and Shalara was miserable, and Nanami was enjoying it. And then we saved an orca from 2 fucking bully sharks. And
I believe they're called great white sharks.
They're bullies.
These were mediocre at best.
They were bullies.
They were just hungry.
Mediocre white
bullies.
sharks.
Anyway, so we fought them off, and then as we came up to the village, we saw that the bad guys were in the distance, and we were like, "What the fuck?" And then we got to the village, and then they were like, "Hey, we're gonna go kick some ass," and we were like, "Okay." But then Shalara was like, "I'm gonna go do something about the mushrooms that keep showing up on my face." And then Devery was like, "Hey, I want a staff," and we were like, "Okay, cool."
And we almost went to an island.
It was real close that
I got outvoted.
Yeah.
Oh wait! We fought one more thing. There was like a puddle of water in between a ring of stones, and Devery was like, "You know what I'm gonna do with this clearly enchanted cup? I'm gonna drink the water out of it."
Oh God!
I regret nothing.
And well, I mean, you are alive, so. And then it teleported him to the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, it teleported several of us to the bottom of the ocean.
Well, later, throughout the fight, because the thing that showed up after Devery disappeared dragged Tass into the water, and Shalara was like, "Well, don't just stand there, go after him."
Shalara was like, "Well, he's dead.
He's gone forever." And then and you guys described some sort of creepy, crazy, really big squid monster. The Dandelion. Boat's name is the Dandelion, and there's some sort of like little adorable fey dandelion.
They're actually called dandelions.
I forgot about the dandelion. See, this is why I can't do the recaps.
No, yours was great. I'm just helping. I'm just supplementing.
Yeah.
Adding
Everyone
on.
is always free to supplement if anything is they feel important.
Your reality and substitute my own.
Yeah, that as well.
That too.
That's what this game is.
What else? Did anything else happen? The boat
I think
needs
that-
sails.
Those are the big ones.
The boat
Oh, yeah.
definitely needs
We
sails.
rowed.
I
Oh
hope
yeah, we were rowing.
I hope the chieftain noticed that the boat needs sails.
Why are two of you just rowing?
No, there were four of us. No, like three of us
Yeah.
on one side and Oz on the other.
Some number. Yeah, I think it was 4 of you. Yeah, I can't think of anything else to add. Anyone else have anything else?
No.
Nope.
All right. And we ended with Shalara and Denali going to the shamans.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do I have my quarterstaff now? Or is that something that's gonna happen later?
Yeah.
Which one?
Touche. You can find a quarterstaff really easily.
Okay, awesome, wonderful.
So you probably basically have it now, unless you really want to roleplay finding a quarterstaff, or maybe finding the tree that you want to cut down to make the quarterstaff.
For the good of the party,
But wait,
I now have a
is-
quarterstaff.
Do we have lumber?
It's made of
Of
palm
first
wood.
that
I don't know how
quality.
strong palm wood is, but it's very flexible.
This quarterstaff is too long. It's like a half staff.
It's like a half staff. All right.
This quarterstaff is too short. It's like an eighth
It's like
staff.
an 8 staff.
This quarterstaff is just right. Roleplay.
Goldilocks.
Are there nickel or dime stabs?
Oh my god. Okay.
There's even $50 stabs. Staves.
It's just got a little picture of FDR on the end of it.
All
I
right.
think he's on the $50, right? I think he is.
You're led up to the
I haven't seen one in so long.
the higher level of the village. Quite near the great hall, but still somewhat away from it. One second, I need to change my volume, I guess.
No, it's Danielle. Danielle.
Oh, I'll
No,
mute.
it's
Sorry.
fine. It's fine.
Thank you. Oh, maybe
The
No, Danny's not muted.
she's
the
not.
building
muted
that you're led to is fairly large, in a centralized location on that upper area. They've got a fire burning in the middle, and several of the more elderly villagers are inside. When you enter, they look at you expectantly.
Got your boat here.
Hi. I seem to have some sort of mushroom problem.
They look at Denali, who has a mushroom growing out of her head.
Oh no. See,
Head.
that's a good mushroom. Like our little mushroom dragon friend uses that for good things. I'm pretty sure I've got like bad mushroom. They keep growing on my face.
Bad juju.
Yeah, bad juju. I would say necrotic, but I don't think Shalara knows what necrotic is. Don't know if she knows that word. So, undead mushrooms. Let's put it that way.
Well, they are fungi, so I mean, can you say they're truly living in the... Anyways, one of them comes over. You can see dangling from a necklace. She has a carved wooden totem, just like yours. Hers is that of a seagull. Got leathery brown skin. And she begins to look you over, poking and prodding. Paying careful attention to the burn marks on your face, where you've burned away the mushroom stalk. And where does this come from, child?
What, the original spores?
She nods.
When we went to go retrieve the boat, the chieftain asked us to go retrieve the boat. There was a guy there, like a mushroom guy. So the old fort. That's like, she'll try to describe the location of the old fort, and what she saw there with like the spores and the corpses raising and the bear. I'm assuming the guy himself was covered in mushrooms as well.
Yeah, I ate mushrooms.
Yeah, so she'll just describe all of that.
She's careful. I mentioned poking and prodding, but she's careful to not actually touch your skin.
Uh-huh.
She hobbles over to the fire where there's a cauldron. And, she throws some bark in it, and after a little while, ladles some into a cup and brings it over and tells you to drink it.
Okay. Solara will drink it.
It's quite bitter, stringent, not very pleasant on the palate. And then she throws a handful of powdered pepper into your face, causing you to sneeze.
Okay. Achoo. Bless you.
It is the Ali Pulu Pulu.
Poo on your face?
What? Does Shalara know what that is?
It's a type of mushroom.
Oh, okay.
Very dangerous. It takes over the mind.
We've already got a little bit of that going on, so I would rather not add a second thing.
Yes, you have 2 souls.
What?
I see 2 in there.
What?
That might explain why she's always so crabby.
Her totem's
Nami's
not
not
a crab.
here. Also, my totem's not a crab. Well, did we take care of the mushroom thing? Is that potion? Hopefully.
She shakes her head slowly.
No? What? Okay, well, one thing at a time. I'm pretty sure this, if there's a second soul, it's this spear. I can't seem to get rid of it.
Here, let me look at it. She says, it is, is it very dangerous? And and it was on this island.
Yeah, it was pinning wait, what, the spear?
No, the mushrooms.
The
One thing
mushroom.
at a time.
Yeah, one thing at a time. The mushroom was on the island. Yeah. In fact, it's all over that fort. I did burn a boat that had some of them on it.
That was wise.
Have these mushrooms ever been on this island before?
No, they choke out all other life and kill everything in their path. And you're not there. You were off swimming, I think it was.
No,
Oh,
I
no,
went with
that's-
Oh, that's
That's
Denali, isn't it?
yeah, that's Denali.
Sorry, the sound.
It did
coming
kind
through
of sound
the-
like
the
Jennifer.
phone, It did, didn't it? I was like, that doesn't sound right.
Sorry.
No, never on this island. Chucks everything in its path.
What have you heard about it on other islands?
Says, the island of Nihoa is overrun by it. Going there, it's just one large colony.
Sounds like we should probably. Shalara will look at Denali and say, "Sounds like we should probably go back and take care of that guy."
Yes, we wouldn't want it to start spreading here, for sure. You know, Denali has kind of like a distant look in her eyes, even though she's answering the questions, but she's like halfway somewhere else.
Is everything okay?
Yes, everything's fine. I just want to make sure that these mushrooms don't hurt anybody else here. Or continue to hurt you.
The shaman tells you that there's no known cure, I'm afraid.
You've got to be fucking kidding me, Jacob. 2 characters in a row?
It could have happened to anyone standing near mushrooms.
You just failed your constitution save.
I can't do anything about that. I rolled 2 2s in a row. Con is my good save. Oh my god. All right.
I did think about that earlier, though. And I chuckled to myself. just driving my car, chuckling.
Great. So what do I do? Do I need to take this cure once a year too?
She says, she shakes her head sadly and says that eventually it'll consume your brain.
How eventually?
A few weeks, month.
Wonderful. Okay.
Is there anything we can do to prolong that?
She says, killing the mushrooms as they bloom? Do mushrooms bloom? She says,
Sprout?
Yeah, sprout, bloom, as they
manifest,
matriculate, will help to slow it.
So basically, keep doing what you're doing.
Apparently.
Yes.
Wait, if we go kill the mushroom guy, will that help? I know I'm not there, but
if we go kill the mushroom guy, will that help?
Says, no, it seems to have already taken hold in you.
All right. So what was that gross potion for?
Oh, I just wanted to see if you would drink it. She chuckles to herself.
Shalara just looks at her, thinking. very.
You're first. No.
I mean, she said there's no known cure, which means that she just doesn't know the cure.
Her hair starts writhing a little bit. It's like, okay, don't burn. She'll start muttering to herself. It's like, don't burn the hut down. Don't burn the hut down. Don't burn the hut down. Okay, what about
Now-
this spear?
Right, about this second soul of yours. You say it's in the spear?
I don't have a second soul. This spear won't let me let it go. And it keeps trying to make me use it. I don't like spears.
Mm. Could you hold the spear out to me, please?
Sure. So she'll do that.
Looks at it, inspects the runes, and it's a soul of a great warrior in here. A slayer of invaders.
Convenient.
Okay. But I don't want it.
Where did you find this?
It was pinned to a tree. Oh, no, it was pinning a skeleton to a tree. The tree looked very sick. Yeah?
Yeah, the black
Yeah.
spider webbing.
Yeah, she'll describe the black spider webbing.
It's interesting. A skeleton. Was the skeleton moving at all?
Don't think so. Didn't move, did it, Jacob? I don't think it moved.
It didn't.
Yeah.
You're remembering correctly.
And it also didn't fall when we pulled the spear out. I believe
And it's still there.
probably we were sailing a boat back.
Unless it moved after we left.
Did what has what has happened with the spear? You say that you can't get rid of it.
Yeah, well, see, I do fire magic. That's pretty much what I do. But it keeps trying to make me use it. Sometimes I tell it no, and then sometimes it doesn't listen. So it makes me attack things with it. I'm not very good with spears.
He mulls this over. Perhaps to get rid of it, you have to give into it.
What?
It's
Worst shaman ever.
guess.
That's ridiculous. I'm not gonna give into it.
Yes, fulfill some combat with it.
Okay, but I'm no
So stab
good
somebody else
with
to a tree.
spears.
Stab someone else to a tree.
All right.
She tilts her head and nods. Yes, but the warrior might be. Just a thought. There could be other ways to remove it.
All right.
It's certainly beyond our ability here, though, to remove it through by force. Where is that? 1 second.
Shalara just grits her teeth and goes, "Wonderful." This has been such a great visit. This is why I always love going to doctors.
Right?
I
They're the
mean,
best.
shamans.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find a note. seems to be escaping me. Oh.
Was that the bandsaw again?
The the wait, what's it called? The power tool? Some sort of saw. Yeah.
Like the movie?
No.
Oh, okay.
Would you like to play a game?
No.
She tells you there's an
So we could close the window.
Aarakocra shaman on Anuopa that specializes in these things.
In the spear.
In curses.
Okay. Aarakocra,
Yes.
shaman on which island?
Anuopa.
Anuopa. Okay. Which way
It's
is
the
that?
northwest. It's the one that you saw from the top of the mountain here. I went to the northwest. You could just barely see its outline in the distance.
Sure. I remember that.
It was the first session, so
This
I
one?
don't. No.
Okay.
She tells you it is it. His name is Lilynock.
Okay. Well, thanks.
She merely nods.
Denali, do you have any more questions? Shalara's done here.
Not at the moment.
Okay. Well. Yeah. Shalara's done. Should probably go sulk in a corner.
Okay. Of this hut.
No. Of wherever they're staying.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you've were given accommodations in the village to rest up for the morning. Does anyone else have anything that they want to do or talk about? Cool.
I have a question. Does Shalara relay that information to us, or as of right now, is it just like her and Denali that knows that?
Shalara does not volunteer that information.
Gotcha.
Just sulks in a corner.
Pretty much.
Okay. You go to rest up that night, and you're in a village, so watch really isn't needed, but since they have their own. Okay, so a few hours into the night, it's maybe, oh, maybe not a few hours, several hours into the night. It's maybe a couple hours until dawn. You're all awakened by a very large boom sounding from the western edge of the village.
Hey, that's my job. We're all basically fully rested.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Just trying to make sure.
Save
Okay.
for the point of damage that Shalara did to her own face.
Two. It's been 2 so far. But yes, I've got that marked down. Don't you worry.
I see it marked.
Okay, so
Outside, you can hear the movement of others as they head in the direction of the western portion of the village.
they're shouting.
No, they're just, well, I mean, there's some like agitated voices. They ask each
Oh.
other what's going on, and they move in that direction.
Okay, Shalara will check it out.
Okay. So the rest of you watch as Shalara leaves the hut that you're in and heads out into the night.
Cap will get up and follow, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I probably wouldn't just sit there, so probably go with her.
Same. I will follow.
Has Shalara ever heard a cannon before?
No,
Okay. I didn't
that's
think
not
so.
that's not a trick. You can't be like, hey, if this turns out to be a cannon, you can't be like, hey, that boom would have been when Shalara heard it. Then you said no.
No, that's not what I meant. I was curious if it was a cannon fire, but she wouldn't be able to identify that anyway.
Right. Everyone's moving in the direction of the western gate, and you follow the crowd. Tribal warriors are grabbing up weaponry and heading in that direction as well. At the gates, which are closed, there are a couple platforms that look out into the wilderness. You can hear they're talking amongst themselves. They're and pointing. You can hear them mentioning that there's invaders headed in their direction.
Great. Here, can I get out?
Get out, like
Yeah.
of the village.
Yeah, I'm gonna head towards those invaders.
Oh, when you get up to the gate, they have it closed and they don't want you to leave. They say that the invaders are coming to us.
You probably don't want me fighting inside the village. I tend to burn things down.
Okay. They're what, only like 100 feet away from the wall.
The invaders?
Yeah.
So we can see them?
You could, yeah, if you got on the platform. It's very dark. The only light is coming from the moon and stars. Well, there are torches on the wall, so that sheds some light. But if you get up on the platforms, looking out into the darkness, you can see their shadowy forms. But they aren't running; they're just sort of walking towards you.
Nanami will get on the platform and knock a fire arrow.
Like walking shambling, like zombie shambling, or walking like they've got can we hear like clanking, like armor?
Yes, there's armor.
Alright, so I guess Shalara will climb up to the platform. It's got some ranged spells.
Okay. Yeah, let's just.
Yep. Suppose I will also be long range support on the wall.
Okay. One of them, not clad in armor, wearing robes and quite a nice looking cloak, walks up to just within the light of the torches. And looks like this guy right here. because it's this guy right here.
Okay.
I think that's just within the light of the torches. Some of you dark vision, so it's hard to tell. Yeah. It is, because, I mean, from your token's perspective, he's way within the light, but that's because you've got dark vision. He calls out in Mialoan. We're not here to fight. Seeing that, knocked arrow from Nami.
Tell that to your health bars. No.
No, just like you've proven otherwise in the past.
What
How
health
good
are
is
there?
his Mialoan?
It's not great. It's. Let's see, how can I describe that? It's like if you learned from someone else that learned,
Okay, yeah.
but had a decent teacher and a reasonable gift with language.
Mm.
As your people are harboring an enemy of mankind, and that's all we're here for.
An enemy of mankind. Who might that be?
Hold on. He says, one second. Okay. Sorry, thought my parents were coming to tell me something. He says, it is the dragon Alzaroth.
What?
News to us if we have a dragon here.
There's no dragon in here.
Mushroom dragon.
Shut up. There's no dragon in here. That dragon. Okay, no, hold on. Shalar's not saying that. She just. All
Were you
she
about to say
says.
that dragon is not an enemy of mankind.
Pretty much, yeah. If that dragon's an enemy of mankind, you need to pick a new enemy.
We pull a Pocahontas here.
All right.
We singing savages.
Oh God.
So what do you say then?
There are no dragons here.
Make a deception check. Last type of better. He considers this for a moment and says, but you know where it is.
Do we? What does it look like?
What's a dragon?
He seems incredulous at the question, like how could someone be asking something that basic? That's the sort of look he has, and says, the progenitor of your civilization, where is it?
What? No, what does it look like?
He consults his book. It's as big as a mountain. It's got topazes growing out of its skin or scales. Surely you've seen this creature.
Has Shalara ever even heard of something like this on this island?
No.
No, yeah, get the fuck out. She's in a bad mood.
You think
She's
we're
made
hiding
so
something
many-
as large as a mountain inside this village? Is that what I'm hearing?
He has mentioned that
And you would
you know where
and
it
you
is.
and you attacked our other villages to find this
Wait,
mountain
wait,
dragon?
wait. Like, yeah, what we don't know where it is. We've never seen anything like that.
But you would know that if you asked your prisoners, which I'm sure you have. By the way, those are our people.
Yes, they are most uncooperative as well. Just like you lot seem to
I
be.
can't imagine why you
Cooperative.
come in here insisting we have some sort of dragon with topaz. What even is a topaz?
S-
I wonder if they would have been more cooperative if you hadn't captured them and taken them from their home.
Oh my gosh. I thought I was in
I
a
mean,
bad
you are
mood.
like 40 feet away, so yelling seems appropriate. 30 feet? 35?
Nami's
Whatever.
so close to loosen this arrow. She's holding on by a thread.
Literally.
Ooh,
The string.
But
but I'm just...
Yeah, Shalara doesn't even know. Does Shalara even know enough about dragons to know that they can shape change?
No?
No. So, like, there's just no. There are no dragons here. Go away. And give our people back. And maybe I will let you walk away without third-degree burns.
Mhm. Tell us where the dragon is and we'll let your people go without any further issue.
There is no dragon. We don't know where it is. If it's here, we don't know where or what it is. Like, my mom is a priestess of this island. I have never heard of anything like this.
Oh, where is she?
Nope.
you fucked up.
We know that people fled into the mountains. Is that where the dragon is?
Dude, you keep
Why were we in the
insisting.
mountains again?
You keep insisting that we know that there, for A, that there's a dragon here, B, that we know anything about it. Like, we clearly don't. That little magic is that book there. Is that magic? Like, do you want to do some whatever spell thing to make sure we're telling the truth?
I'm about to start singing. Like, you think you own whatever land you land on. I'm
I've
ready.
used the command spell, but it just doesn't work that way. He says, wow. He just shakes his head and says, very well. We'll leave it at that then.
At what?
I
Give
don't
us
know what
back
that
our people and
means.
get the fuck off our island.
He begins to back away.
I shoot an arrow at him.
Okay. Everyone roll initiative.
And I thought I was the hothead.
As soon as he starts to back away, you know he's gonna be like, okay.
Oh, that's not right.
Appropriate.
For once.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Who's not in there? Okay. Oh, that's too high. There we go. Oh, it looks like you do loose an arrow immediately. So it is Nami's go. The man begins to back away. Okay. As
Well, so I have a question actually. So I get to do 2 attacks because it's my first attack
that
because
is
of Gloomstalker. So I'm just gonna
that was pretty good.
How does it feel?
And also the second one gets an extra D8, I think.
Yeah. And you should have hunters marked him first.
Ah, I should have. Well, but that's a bonus action. Whatever. I'll do it next if he's still alive.
He's gonna be alive. He's
Oh,
He
this guy
talked.
actually found. No, this is a guy that just found a pointy hat and started calling.
Oh god.
Okay, so that is a lot of the juju. So that's 10, 23, 30 damage.
How does it feel?
Not great. He takes the arrow to the chest, staggers backwards for a moment, and it is. Oh,
That
does you have
looks
your
funny.
move action left? It does look funny, doesn't it?
I'll do. I don't know if I want to do Hunter's Mark on this guy or one of the people who's gonna actually be attacking us.
Jennifer, pretty sure
That's
that
super weird.
guy's a wizard. So go ahead and
Oh
Hunter's
boy.
mark him.
Okay, yeah, Hunter's Mark him.
Okay.
Though a wizard with
Oh, I was gonna.
about 60 HP.
Yeah. So as the arrow streaks out towards him, he. Oh, he hasn't. Yeah, he can do his reaction. He throws up a shield, but it's not good enough, and the arrow bursts through and hits him anyways. And then the second follows suit.
Never
And
thought I'd enjoy shooting fire at people.
It is Devery's go.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Feels good, man.
Do I do? Just deciding. Do I do big dick DPS turn 1? Should we just nuke him down?
I am considering the same thing,
That's
frankly.
kind of what I just
You know what?
did.
I'll do that. You. Okay. So. I'm gonna cast Magic Missile at 2nd level, which it hopefully lets me. Oh, it's so I just click this 4 times. 4. So whatever that is, so that's 7, 14 there, and then
Okay.
I'm going to.
Before you do that, what is the trigger attack?
Oh wait.
All 4 smash into the shield that he has thrown up and
I'm stupid. I knew that.
get absorbed into it.
I knew that.
Harsh.
Dang it! I knew that. Well. Yeah. Okay. You're right. Dang it. Yeah, I'll just end my turn then. Yeah.
Okay. Denali's good.
Okay. I had a similar thing in mind.
Your thing might work. His
It's a specific interaction with Magic Missile. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, then I'm gonna moonbeam him.
The best kind of beam.
Yes, and that's a Constitution saving throw.
He's not liable to have a good one.
Well, that does mean he's a wizard and not a sorcerer.
Moonbeam. 5-foot radius dim light? Yeah. Okay, what's the DC on
13.
that? Okay, he saves.
Oh. All right. Well, half damage then.
Oof. Okay. That will be right there.
And
14.
that's it for now.
Oh,
But it's still there.
yes, yeah, it is. I got it on the map as a circle. I just moved it off his token briefly. All right. He concentrates on a ring on his finger and is immediately enveloped in armor.
Okay.
Takes a step away from the moonbeam and then casts a spell and disappears from sight.
Fucker.
You can hear him shout to destroy the village as he leaves. As he moves away.
Oh, wait, did he take moonbeam beam damage at the start of his turn as well?
Or starts its turn there. No, he didn't. He should though.
Yay!
But he did save again.
Okay.
So that's so. Ugh.
If I jump down, I'm gonna take damage, aren't I?
It's only 10 feet. Shouldn't take too much. It's
Like
probably not even 10.
over the
Probably
wall?
more like 8. The others begin to move forward. Actually, they stay out of the light.
Oh, it's not my turn yet?
Not yet. Oh, he's technically. I'm gonna keep him on the map just so his turn is showing, but he's not in this upper left corner that it looks like he's in. Yeah, some of the soldiers begin to move back and begin to fire arrows, loose arrows. Some are aimed at the group, some are aimed at the villagers, the village warriors. 1D. The ones aimed at the group miss. One of the villagers does take a critical and falls to the ground next to Tath. And it is Shalara's go.
How much? Oh, 60 feet. Damn it. Seriously? I'm getting angry. You won't like me when I'm angry. Okay.
Angry.
Can I... Is this a tree here?
There's a tree there, yeah.
I'm gonna start a bonfire. Can I start it in the tree?
I think you have to. Like in
Like
the trunk,
I'm looking
or
for the
just, like,
thing that is the
on it?
most flammable. I want to catch something on fire.
on ground that you can see within range. So, I mean, you could do
So
it next to the tree, yeah.
so is there on ground? Guess I didn't read it carefully enough. So like, hold on. Sorry.
You put it right up against the trunk so that the trunk catches fire.
Can I put it in this guy's square?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Probably not immediate. What's the DC?
I think it's like 14.
We're talking about mine?
12.
Roll damage. Oh, never mind. If it's 12, don't roll damage.
Yeah.
All right, he dodges out of the burning fire.
Can Shalara like take cover?
Yeah, I mean the platform it's like 3 feet lower than the top of the wall, so you can just duck down behind it.
Yeah, so she'll do that.
It is Tath's go.
All right. Teth will. You said we can just top down.
Yeah, if you want to, yeah,
Yeah, topple.
without worrying about damage.
Top down and cast a hex on this guy. Shoot him with the light crossbow.
Okay. Is he within your dark vision?
Yes. 120.
Oh yeah, then for sure.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have mattered. All right, it hits him, and he falls to the ground, chest bursting with necrotic ooze.
Hey, Jacob.
He is.
If there's a bonfire here, though, is it shedding light?
Sure is. Sheds.
Fuck these guys.
Oh, maybe it's not. I mean, it should because it's fire, but it doesn't say it.
Yeah, I
Does?
know it doesn't
Alright,
say that
I'm
it
just
sheds
thinking,
light. But...
I'll just do it as like a torch. Because that, I mean, a bonfire should be at least as much as a torch, right?
At least.
Okay. Anything else for Tath?
It will move in front of the gate.
Okay.
That'll be it.
All right. That's actually initiative count 20, so it's after Nami and Debris. So Nami.
Oh my god. I mean, I'm just staying where I am because I'm probably best with my bow anyway.
Yeah, but you can see things now.
Yeah. I mean, I could see things before. I have dark vision.
So do I.
See things better, yeah. There's the two that are in the darkness over here that if you fired at those ones, you'd be at disadvantage because they're in dim light.
Great, gotcha. Okay, and I can't see the sorcerer anymore, right?
No.
That's kind of why I didn't want to put my hunter's mark on him. But
Well,
okay.
Did you mark him?
Well, but
Yeah.
with Hunter's Mark, wouldn't you be able to track him?
Yeah.
Not to cut in, but there's a lot of discourse around how much light that Create Bonfire should give.
Yeah.
Rules as written, none.
Right.
Rules as interpreted, the same as a torch, which is 20 feet bright.
Yeah.
So can I sense where he is?
Oh, if you'd Hunter's marked him, you would know. Oh no.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, then you should know.
So I should know, but I mean, I wouldn't be able to hit him.
You can track him better, but you can't just like reach out with your senses and know.
Okay. So I can't do
I don't
anything
think
about
he has a
him right
different spell.
now.
Right.
And I can't transfer it until he dies. So, well, so okay.
I don't know
well,
if that's true.
Can you not just transfer it?
No, they have to be at 0 hit points to move it.
Yeah. And it only lasts for I don't know, like an hour or something like that.
Is it concentration? I can just like smack you.
It is concentration. You can just
I-
cast it again if you want. Really want.
Can you purposely fail a concentration save?
Yeah.
Hey.
You
There
can
you go.
purposely just not concentrate anymore. You don't even have to wait for the save to
Oh.
trigger.
Oh yeah. You'd
I
have
don't.
to.
So I can just turn it off basically and recast it.
Yeah, if you cast it again,
Does-
it's gonna end the first one because
Oh,
of the way
okay.
concentration will work.
Does moving it not count as casting it again?
Correct.
No, moving it
No.
is.
Oh,
just
okay,
Because
so it
once
takes
it's
another
cast,
spell.
you have
Okay,
it
I
for
gotcha.
an hour.
You don't
as
have a
opposed to
free.
recasting
Okay,
it.
gotcha.
But I do. But it is my bonus action, so I could just do my bonus action, cast it again, and then still shoot. Right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do that. I have a
okay.
feeling this is the guy that's going to be the hardest to take down, but I'm not sure how much arrows are going to do against him.
He's in full play.
Yeah, I was gonna say burn
He-
down the little guys, and then
Yeah,
we can
that's what I
focus fire.
All
He's
right.
got a big old sword.
I'll go after this guy then. Oh, I'll recast Hunter's Mark. Yeah, there we go. And then
Tath hopped down in
Tootsie
front of the
pie.
gate.
Yeah. That'll hit.
Good. I don't think there's any extra or anything that I get anymore because it's
You
past
get
my
a
first
D6
turn.
for Hunter's Mark.
Oh. Doo-doo.
That's a good D6.
And that's just enough. He drops, and it is Devry's go.
Oh, that was a quick rotation. Let's see here. Dead man there. Those two are handled. Let's hit the tanky boy with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Which is this button.
I think he's in light. He's still in dim light for you, I think. Yeah, so he would be at disadvantage. Doesn't matter. You hit.
Does Spell Sniper have any interactions with light versus like dim light? Is it just like another form of cover, or?
Dim light. It's just disadvantage if you can only see in dim.
Oh, okay. Hey. Hit for 8.
Okay.
I think here. Oh, that's Spell Sniper.
Blast into him. He takes a step back, but still very healthy. It looks like.
Yada yada yada. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. On initiative count 20, you hear a boulder crash through the wall down here.
Down here. Oh. Look at you with the dynamic map.
Yeah. I'm trying. I'm putting in extra effort. You can also see a second group of soldiers emerging from the southeast and headed in that direction. Village warriors begin to move in that direction as well. And 2 of them that are on the battlements throw out their totems. One becomes a large crab, the other becomes a large snake. And they slither out. The snake slithers, the crab does not slither towards the enemy. The crab walks that way.
We should learn how to do that.
It's not hard.
No, learn how to activate our totems.
Oh, I thought you might learn how to crab walk.
And it is Denali's go.
All right. I'm going to move the moonbeam onto this guy.
Which one? Oh, okay. Boom, 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 boom. Okay.
And, oops.
He does not make his save and dies instantly
Yay.
as it burns through him.
And that's it for me.
The puffball dragon makes puffball noises at the base of the ladder leading up to the platform.
Oh, yeah, Shalara will whisper to Denali that she might want to keep that thing out of sight.
This is true.
These guys don't seem to like dragons.
Right? I tell him to stay low.
Or maybe just like them a little too much.
Well, they got a lot closer really quickly.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Oh no, what have
Oh,
I
neat.
done?
Okay.
How do I get rid of that? Oh no.
Use the selection tool, you can drag over an area.
Use
Select
the
it.
selection tool.
You watch,
one
or
at a time.
you all see the flame here get snuffed out.
The flame where?
It was here. The living. Look, there's only a couple left. This guy moves here. There's only 3. The 3 living soldiers loose more arrows at you lot. One definitely firing at Tath. I think the one that fired at Tath still misses. Yeah, he's got a good AC. And the other one striking a villager next to Shalara. The well-armored one moves forward to meet the Sneck. And it is Shalara's turn. Oh, he got him.
One second, I'm checking something.
Well, that was a short-lived Sneck. The Sneck gets flashed at twice and becomes a totem again.
Alright, Shalara is going to sort of burst into flame. Sort of. So she starts to shed bright light. So she magically wreathes herself in swirling fire, and her eyes start glowing.
How much light?
30 feet.
30 feet bright, 30 feet dim?
Yes. 30 bright, 30 dim. And then she's going to hop off and run this way.
Okay.
Actually, probably staying closer to the... Well, no. Yes. Closer to the wall to... I mean, I know they can see her coming because she's now shedding bright light, but...
Yeah. But it keeps them in light. And that makes it Tat's turn.
Tat will use a bonus action to transfer the hex to this guy. Try and shoot him with a crossbow.
That clinks off the armor.
Boo!
T.
An 18?
He's probably got a shield.
No, just the armor.
Isn't that just an 18 then? Oh, he might be a fighter and have other things.
An 18 doesn't hit. Okay.
And it is Nami's go. Yeah, no, he just, he doesn't even try to dodge it. He just takes the crossbow bolt and watches it plink off.
I'm here. Alright, who's still alive? Oh yeah, we got a Krabby Crab. Is that a friendly crab?
Yes.
That guy. Oh,
Which
I'll
one?
transfer my hunter's mark to this guy.
Okay, to that one. I think that one is still in bright light for you. 1, 2,
Yeah,
it's
well, at
barely in
least
bright
from
light.
what I can see on the thing. Yeah, I'm not going for
Heyo.
anybody in the
What you can see.
What can your elf eyes see? So I'm not an elf, but fireball.
That'll hit. And with the hunter's mark, that's going to be enough, I think. Yeah, that's more than enough to drop that one.
Booyah!
It'll be
These guys are
Devry's-
dropping like flies. They're lucky we weren't there the first time they attacked us.
That'll be Devry's go after that.
Am I? Nope, I'm not muted. All right, let's do some quick math here. Oh, perfect. Yep. I cast Shatter on this boy right here, which should, I believe, if I'm casting it on this guy, should hit the two guys next to him as well. Correct?
Is it 5-foot radius?
It's 10-foot cube.
A 10-foot cube.
Yes.
So then you'd only be able to get 2.
Can't do something like. See if I can move this. Can I
I'm
rotate
seeing
you?
it.
Nope.
I'm seeing it say it's a 10-foot radius sphere.
Oh, is it? Oh,
That's what
you're
it
right. Okay, so yes, I should be able to. Well, wait. If that's the
You get
case, and if I
most of
cast
them.
it,
Yeah, if you just
yeah,
do
I'll
if
do
you
it
pick
right
that
here.
one, you
Yeah,
get 5.
let's do that. Let's do that.
Oh, those poor bastards.
Let's do that. Second level. Give me a Constitution save for all of them.
Okay,
One of them saves. I bet that's
Uh,
the big guy.
it is the big guy.
Of
So
course.
the rest of them just die as their bones
Yes.
inside their bodies just disintegrate. It's not fun to have multiple compound fractures throughout your body at the same time. Is it save for half?
Check. I think it's on a half as much on a success, so 7 for the guy that passed.
Yeah, so
7
that
of
takes
the
out those
thunder
4,
variety.
and it is turn 20. You can hear flapping overhead.
Mm-hmm. Great.
It is Denali's go.
Don't like that. Okay. I'm going to move my moonbeam onto whoops. This guy.
Okay. He makes his save.
Ooh.
Quite a lot of damage. It burns so good.
Cool. That's it.
Okay. Give me another moonbeam damage.
Did you just roll max damage? Oh no.
The time
the
before I
first
did.
one, yeah.
I think that puts him in range of tap. There's no restrictions on. Yeah. The armored, the full-plated man with the greatsword moves to Tath and swings at him with his greatsword. Greatly. Missing both times.
It's blinded by the moon.
Blinded by them. And the other 2 retreat further into the darkness and fire arrows. One's going for Devry.
Wait, how did these
On-
guys die?
That's not allowed. How did what guys die?
Oh, are
There
these the
goes
guys that took the shatter?
Missing. Yes.
These guys down here got shattered, yeah.
Oh.
Who's going for me and how?
An arrow is loosed at you, but just sails overhead.
Aha.
Solara is mildly disappointed. But not
The
really, because 4 guys
bear
went
second.
down. That's probably a good thing.
They continue moving forward. 3. And it will be Shalara's turn as. Yeah, this
Can you-
villager is slashed down.
Can you remind me? Ooh, okay, that's actually a bad thing, and I'm not happy that the villager died. But does that mean if I stand there? Oh, I'm casting Dragon's Breath, by the way.
Okay.
But if I stand there where that villager just went down, can I get all 3 of them?
Yeah.
Without getting the other villagers?
Yes.
Great. And she'll say, "You want a dragon? We'll give you a dragon."
Yes,
And
we would very
breathe-
much like the dragon.
And breathe fire on them.
Do you want a dragon? I'll show you a dragon.
And that's a
Thanks for
dex
that, Dex.
save for half,
The big guy failed. The other 2 saved.
of course. And it's 3d6 plus
Hey.
they take an extra
not that dragon.
2 because I have Mantle
Ooh.
of Flame going.
That's some really good rolls.
Is it 2? Yes, 2. An extra 2 fire because I have Mantle of Flame going. Yes,
Okay.
those are good rolls. And then that was... Nope, never mind. It's fine.
And that makes it Tath's turn.
Taff will pull out his rapier and try and stab at this guy.
Okay.
Nope.
And makes it Nami's go. Oh, the villagers. Sorry. Before Nami, the villagers will go. And this one will move up to here.
Oh, because you have Spell Sniper, huh? I was like, how the fuck did you cast a Shatter that far?
Villagers kill one of them.
Also, that bonfire is gone, Jacob. Because Dragon's Breath is concentration.
One of the remaining villagers throws out their totem, which becomes a giant bird. You guys move over and fire some. And the crab comes over to flank. That's rough. Okay, sorry, now it's Nami's turn.
Imagine getting flanked by a giant crab.
Oh.
Nami watches one of the villagers, or one of the invaders get snatched up by the giant bird and dropped from 30 feet up.
Oh. A good burb. Or a helpful burb, rather.
Oh, that might be a dinosaur.
It's still
All I-
helping.
All I know is that it beats baby scissors. And it loses to baby paper.
What?
Nice.
It's a rock. Is what he's saying.
Baby rock.
I don't get it.
A rock is a type of
It's
bird.
Oh,
Mythical
okay.
bird.
I guess I've never heard that.
It is Nami's go.
Okay. Well, they seem to have more enemies over there, but I don't think I could get there in time.
There's only 2 that are alive over there.
I know, but there's only one that we can
It's
see.
3. Or there's 2 here.
There's 2?
Shoot the big guy with the full plate.
Okay. I'll move my hunter's mark to the big guy.
Text, he's hunter's marked. It's all kinds of bad for him.
Oh, sure. Now I roll low.
Okay. It just smashes into the armor and does nothing. I said nothing, and that's not true. It is Debris go after that.
What's happening? Our turn orders are just going fast and loose today.
We're very decisive.
I'm gonna hop down And then wiggle my way over to here. And let's shocking touch him.
Give me a
Grasp
little
him.
Shocking grasp. Yeah.
Does a
Alright.
17 hit the man with the armor?
Do you get any bonus to shocking grasp because of armor, or is that just bad for his saving throw?
He doesn't get a save. Let me see. Make a melee attack against. You have advantage on the attack roll if the target is wearing armor made of metal. So I get advantage, but
Yeah, it didn't matter. Okay, so that misses.
lame.
Yeah, earlier in 18 also.
Can I
did
use
not
the
hit.
wait? Can I use the inspiration? Do I have to call inspiration before a roll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Never mind then.
I mean, but that would just give you advantage. So
Oh. I'm
That's
thinking of
why-
bardic inspiration.
that's why I asked for it before, because since you always roll with advantage through roll with 20, it's going to show you, and then you can be like, well, I want to use it now when you can see like a critical or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I do it that way. I wouldn't mind if it was like a live roll, or if you did it one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Is Denali's go?
Makes sense.
All right. Moving Moonbeam again. Back onto this guy.
He doesn't want it, right? He already left it once.
Exactly.
He saves, but is still sad.
Not sad enough.
Yeah, that's true. Roll damage again. Oh, he's real good at these moonbeam saves. Because I assume that was your turn,
I
so
think he's saved every time.
oof. And he's flanked. And he's sad.
He's also unattackable, so it's fine.
He's attackable. Yeah, unhittable.
Yeah. He's got to target his saves
That's true.
and
That's
do damage anyways.
the weak point of
Do
all
damage
armor.
on fails.
Alright, so he will swing once at Devry, once at Tack.
You say Devry's getting attacked now?
Yeah. Misses both.
Okay, awesome.
The one down here looks to his left and sees one dead companion, one dying companion, and then goes, it's not worth it. I found a dragon and it wasn't fun. As he provokes from Shalara.
I mean,
And
does
the villagers.
I hate to sabotage, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't provoke because I'm not a warcaster or whatever.
Ah, well, I mean, you never know when you have that spear out.
No, I do know. She never has that spear out.
Or does she? The last surviving one over here will loose an arrow at Nami. And misses.
Oh,
That's the best you got.
Seriously?
1 second. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so and then descending from above, the flapping gets louder and louder until it is right next to Nami as someone on a griffin thrusts a spear at her.
The fuck?
It's the Griffins versus the Rocks.
Can I shoot an arrow at the griffin?
No.
It's not your
could.
turn.
No, don't attack the griffin. We have a side quest to free the griffins.
Right.
It's a griffin rider. You can shoot that guy.
Yeah.
Well, who is it? I was gonna say whose turn
He
is it?
stabs Nami for 11.
Nami or Denali?
Nami.
Yeah, he said Nami both times. It's Nami.
I thought I heard him say Denali.
Nope.
Okay.
Maybe you heard Denami?
A common denominator.
Oh my god.
The man sitting on top is wearing golden armor, and it looks ensorcelled. It is Shalara's turn.
If Minecraft has taught me anything, it's that golden armor has no what's it called? Endurance? Has no
Durability.
durability. That's the word. So she'll run
The man on the griffin is currently about 30 feet off the ground.
right. So if she gets there, what's the range on that spell? $90 feet. Oh, wonderful. Which means actually, just out of range. So if I move like here and throw a chromatic orb at him. Oh wait, no, I need to move closer because he's still kind of in.
Despite the picture of the griffin, this one has white feathers.
What?
Which all the ones that you've seen before have been gray or black.
That's probably not a good thing.
Interesting. That means absolutely nothing to me.
So can I shoot the griffin?
It means absolutely nothing to Shalara either.
In a couple turns, you can try.
No, don't shoot. Well. Chromatic orb. I'm throwing a chromatic orb at the Griffin Rider.
What energy are you picking?
I don't know. Fire. I probably should program this ranged attack because I'm still not sure what to click. Just roll a d20.
Yeah, spell attack, right? Yeah, range spell attack.
So I rolled a d20. I don't know what bonus I add.
Proficiency and charisma. So 18? Probably.
My spell attack bonus? That?
Oh, no, I mean total. Your spell attack bonus is probably an additional.
It's 4. Yeah, you can see it at the top right of your character sheet.
Yeah.
In the spell section. So
yeah.
4.
So it's an 18.
Yeah. Isn't chromatic orb? Okay, so that will strike the figure.
And it. Oh, there's no save.
Yeah, that would be
just hits. So 3d8 fire plus the 2. So 18.
Yeah, most spells are either attacks
or saves. Yeah.
Or saves.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
they're
right.
rarely both.
The orb crashes into the plate, and some of it seems to be absorbed by the armor.
Mm-hmm.
And it is Tathsku.
Oh my god.
Tath will try and stab at this guy again.
A stabba.
Hey.
Did his health go down at all?
That'll hit.
I was
gonna say that.
No.
Yeah,
It did.
All right, you stab the man through the armor, through like a crease in the armpit, and
Oh.
the wound and necrosis drops him.
Yeah, get out of here. Dirtbag.
I mean, he's staying until someone moves him at this point.
Alright. See if anyone alive. Invisible. That guy.
Baby bird comes over and tries to claw at the griffin. And it is Nami's turn.
Oh, that's kind of surprised it attacked the griffin.
Some bird on bird action.
Yeah, just considering who I thought summoned it, I'm surprised it attacks the griffin. But I could be wrong about who summoned it. And I will be right back.
Nanami.
Oh, my turn.
Yeah.
That is accurate.
Sorry, I'm making bacon. Okay. So some bird on bird action. I'm gonna move my hunter's mark to this guy. Not the griffin, the guy.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna shoot some arrows at his face.
All right. It strikes the armor and does nothing. That
Well,
is to say that the armor was sufficient to make that a miss.
yep, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah. And it is Debris' go.
Uh, Let's try another magic missile against man on bird.
That's the purple character.
1, 2, 3. Maybe 10 damage? Who knows?
Nobody knows. Yep, that's 10 damage.
Actual 10 damage this time, finally?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
actually 10.
Wonderful. And then I'm going to, let's do like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How big is the tree stump here?
Yeah, that's probably not actual. That's a giant stump if it were.
Okay. In that case, was there a ladder to get up here?
Yeah, there was.
Like on these?
Just never...
Oh, it's right there. I see it. Okay, so I'm going to 1, 2, 3.
Climb
up and then
The gates are closed and they're barred from the inside.
Oh no. When this man here died, did he fall over, or is he just like?
They fell over. Yeah, he's
Okay.
dead on the ground.
I'm gonna hide behind the crate.
Oh.
Okay. He's not being held up by sheer force of will that he's no longer has. It is Denali's go.
Oops. That didn't work.
Would it be possible for me to move my moonbeam onto the rider without hitting the griffin?
Interesting. Let me see. Let me look at Moonbeam. If I
The
can
griffin
find it.
I would think would be getting hit too.
It is a 40-foot high cylinder.
It's like if it hit the rider, would it continue going down below him into the griffin, or would it just stop at him? That's what I'm wondering.
Point within range. So I'm gonna say that you can pick him as the point, and then the cylinder goes up from him.
Okay.
So it doesn't go down through the griffin, but I'll have to look into that between sessions.
Okay. Cool. So for now, then I'll just move Moonbeam onto him.
Okay. So about a radiant damage. He saves.
Okay.
You watch as the light from the beam gets absorbed partially by the armor that he's wearing.
All right. How high off the ground are they?
He's 30 feet.
30 feet. Okay, thanks.
He stabs the giant bird near him, and the griffin begins to fly away. That guy continues to flee. That one runs. Is that guy still? All his companions are dead, so he also leaves. It looks as though the only one remaining that is capable of fighting or willing. No, so the Griffin Rider begins to fly westward. It does not turn back. Shalara could take a turn and try to do something about that if she wants to.
I was gonna say, is that the accurate distance between them?
Currently, yeah.
Okay.
Wait, so I can take a shot at him?
On your turn.
Well, if it's clear that he's leaving, and he probably doesn't look that hurt from. He probably doesn't look that hurt. So she'll run up and throw a firebolt at him.
Okay.
Just out of spite.
Spite bolt, got it. That does hit.
+2.
Okay.
Yeah, but he doesn't care, does he?
Part of the fire gets absorbed by the armor, and it's starting to glow a little bit. And it is Tath's turn.
I feel like that means I'm about to get, or if I feel like if it glows, what am I trying to say? It's about to rebound. Yeah, if it absorbs enough
Maybe.
attacks, it's like, all right, and now you get a fire attack.
You get a fire attack.
Just starts
Move.
I don't know if
This
Tath
guy.
can do anything.
He's got a crossbow.
That's
You
true.
Shoot it. End of the range. So he'll transfer the hex and cross.
You're barely coming through. I don't know if they heard any of that.
I heard. He's transferring the hex, and then he's going to use the crossbow.
Okay.
Okay.
Almost none of that came through on my headset, so I never know what you guys can hear.
Right. That will hit.
Ooh, sweet. And don't come back.
And
May
it is
sunshine on all your endeavors.
Nice go.
Can I still? Am I going to be at disadvantage if I shoot at him?
Yes.
Do it.
Really?
Yeah, for her, it's dim light. The 30 feet of your bright light ends right at that line where they are.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, not with you.
Sorry, I'm not bright enough.
Not bright enough for you. Well, there you go. 18 anyway.
Yeah, that hits.
Good job.
Oh yeah. Oh, and I get to hit him with an extra
D6.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
was hoping for the 6, but 4 will do.
It is Devery's go.
Well, he
Hey,
can
that's me.
definitely hit him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see man. Let's shoot. Let's shoot. Let me think. Yeah, let's do that this time. I'm going to cast Magic Missile twice at first level using Quicken spell.
Mhm.
So let's do Magic Missile. Where did it go? Miss 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Jesus.
8. That's
10,
13,
15,
17, 22.
22. All right. 6 orbs of power slam into him. It is Denali's go.
Oh, that was what I was going to do to the first guy, and then I remembered, oh, he just cast shield. I can't.
Yeah.
But it was going to be at level 2 instead of level 1.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, you had already moved it, so it should be there.
Denali is going to jump down, move her 30 feet there, and she is going to throw the javelin of lightning at the rider
What?
that she got last session, the session before. I don't remember.
At some point, yeah.
At some point.
Yeah, it was in the vampire
cave.
layer.
Yeah.
Right. That's where it was. Ooh. Oh wait, I had it in my. Just kidding. I have it in my thing already.
That'd have been pretty crappy if that had missed.
I know.
That first one would have been a 21 then, I think.
But you do see the range on that is 30, so would it? Well, it doesn't matter. You hit disadvantage.
Yeah. And that is. Oh, there it is. Oh no, you have to make a. Oh, there's an attack roll and a dex.
Oh no, there's no attack roll at all. It's just a dex save.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. So
Oh gosh, where's this lightning bolt gonna land?
guess I don't have to aim it.
Oh,
if he's mounted, can't he make a dex save?
Yeah. So he just did it. He failed.
Yay.
So 4d6.
Yep.
I think if you just,
Click
the
where it says
actual
javelin
damage part of
lightning,
that
yeah.
works.
Oh, that's true.
Wonder if I can fix
That seems wrong.
That's not 4d6.
That's 1d6.
That's not possible. Okay.
I mean,
maybe
technically
that's
it is.
It's not probable.
Did you roll all ones?
Yeah.
No,
Also,
it's
I
1d6
imagine it's going to be
plus
4d6
strength.
of lightning damage.
I would think, yeah.
Oh.
So
Okay.
the first, same as the first. It works now.
Oh.
Oh, it's all piercing damage?
Okay, it doesn't work exactly right.
It's 95% there.
Hey, Jacob, that roll counts, right?
No, it doesn't.
What? You rolled.
That was a.
Oh, you adjusted it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if I'm making sure it works properly.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So you want me to do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. I still think that
yeah, that's better than 4.
23.
Yeah. The old 3 6s and a 5 on 4d6.
Yeah.
Does it do extra damage against armored opponents?
It does not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like it could.
Okay, so wait, does that mean there's actually range? Like 30, 20,
No.
120 if it's just a dex save?
It's just a straight 120.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The javelin streams out from Denali in just a bolt of lightning striking the man. It sticks into him, and he pulls it out and flies away with it.
Damn it!
Does it do any damage?
It did. Yeah, I already pulled it off his.
What?
Wait. What is his flying speed?
They fly 160 feet west from where they just were, which is here. So at the end of his turn.
How much health does
and
he have?
you watch as something fall. He drops something small as he flies away.
Drops.
Oh, so since it's nighttime, we just can't see him anymore.
I mean, it's pretty dim, so if you don't have dark vision, yeah, it's gonna disappear in the night.
If I run 30 feet after him, can I still shoot at him?
If you run 30 feet after him, you would then be 160 feet away.
Oh.
Can I run 30 feet after him and then cast something at him?
If you do, you will be 210 feet away
That's fine.
with dim lighting.
That's fine.
I think Firebolt is 120 feet, so I don't think I can do anything after this or
Okay.
after that.
Yeah, anyone that has a shot with those in that range can take one.
I'm guessing the 14 doesn't hit.
It does not. That does not.
All right, well, Shalara just
Let me double check my bow.
throws her head upward and breathes fire angrily.
Teth would have moved 30 feet,
Sure.
like
Yeah.
trying to pursue.
What
'Cause
if I
think
move
he'll
another
have
30
one
feet?
more round of being able to shoot again.
One more round. Oh yeah, with the range, just shooting at disadvantage. Yeah.
Mhm.
You'll use what? You. So that's you were like 150, so it would be like 310.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Let me do some quick maths here.
Nope.
So he's 60 feet away from me now.
200.
Oh,
I said
I
he
still got range.
Maybe 220, so he'd be 190 away. And then he does another 160, and then I move. Okay, so he's out of range. Never mind.
What's the range on your bow,
350.
Nami?
I have a longbow.
The bow should be what is it? 150, 600?
Yeah.
It should be crazy far. You should be able to shoot him for
Yeah.
several rounds.
Well, I don't know about the fire bow, but the longbow.
Oh, the firebow mimics a short bow's range, so
Okay, so I would
So
need
it's a little
to
less,
switch
like
it out for the
400 or
longbow.
something.
if you wanted to, fire the long. Short bow 320, so it's still pretty
Oh,
good.
okay, so I could still do the fire bow.
You could do 2, yeah. No one hits.
Extra D6. Damn
We hear somewhere off in the woods a man fall through the trees.
it.
It moved so little.
Okay. And
Oh, it looks like he healed himself
His
too.
health went up.
yeah. If you went and found that object that dropped off of the flying, the griffin, you would find an empty healing potion.
Understandable.
Can,
Have a nice
can,
day.
can I just keep shooting at him?
Yeah, you can fire again. You have one more
Woo.
before he's out of. Yeah, you'd have one more.
Out
before
of the
he's
out of the short bow or out of the long bow? Right?
out of the short bow.
You have one of both left, I think.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't work.
Nope. Sure didn't.
Okay, so longbow time.
Longbow
Hey,
also misses.
19
Because I'm
misses.
at disadvantage.
Oh.
Disadvantage.
Doesn't she have dark vision? Oh, never mind.
Not in range.
He's like 450 feet away on that shot. Should have killed the griffin. He'd have been no. Okay, we are out of initiative. And
For the record, they told me not to.
I know.
We
that was
might have
real
been
good,
able.
you should've-
We might have been able to knock the griffin unconscious and then
That's
heal
true.
it.
I will be right back. I'm back.
Yay, Calculon's back.
Calculon is back.
So now the question is, did that happen before or after our spells would have reset?
This is in the middle of the night, so this is during the long rest. So as long as you don't fight for an hour, you're good.
So that
Which means you'll get your spells back.
Okay. It's like, what is that? Okay.
The warriors open the gate and hurriedly try to heal the wounded ones. There is one that has an arrow through his head. He's not coming back. But a couple of them they are able to bring back from the brink. What do you do?
Shalara probably stops glowing.
That's fair.
That only lasts a minute, so.
We have boys to loot.
I guess that's true.
Let's see what this boy's got.
So I guess Shalara will come over here and start looking through the unimportant guys. See if there's anything.
Okay. The unimportant ones are armed with a longsword, short bows, and just leather armor. They don't have much in the way of gear. They're not carrying any coin on them. The ones that had great swords have great swords, as full plate armor.
Do any of them have daggers?
Actually. Daggers? Yeah, the one that had the great sword has a dagger as well.
I still have a stupid bone dagger, so
fair.
I'd like to swap that
Switch
out.
that out for like a real dagger.
The one with the I might need your help with that.
Okay, yeah, I can do that for you. Or show you how. The one that has the full plate on his the armor is intricate and has designs of small shields. Devry caves his head in with a quarterstaff. To the horror of it. Yeah, the full plate armor is has intricate shield work etched into the plate. Just other than being high quality, the greatsword does not look particularly special.
Tath, does that armor look like it would help you? Can you do anything with that?
Not strong enough to use that armor.
Okay.
But just based on the amount of metal, it's probably quite valuable.
Cool.
We go find those mermen and get a whole load of fish.
Yeah, you could. The villagers look like they're getting ready to drag all the bodies out towards the ocean to just dump them into the sea.
I would offer to help, but Shalara is weak, and she's still in a bad mood. So she's gonna probably just stalk moodily back to the hut where they were sleeping.
You watch as the small rock picks up body after body and flies it over and just drops it out to sea a couple 100 yards and then flies back and picks up another one.
So do I just get rid of this bone dagger?
Yeah, if you want to.
Or you could save it so that you can throw it at something.
That'd be hilarious.
Like Oz does.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has like a negative because it's a bone dagger, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It is made of. It is an S weapon.
Yeah.
The S stands for sucks. Back in RPG Maker days, I started an RPG, and that was the weapon you started with, was the S weapon, and it had a -1 to its attack.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, its descriptor was the S stands for sucks. I'm a bad person.
That's-
What do you do?
I mean, was that a real thing? Because if it was, that's kind of great.
Yeah, it was. That was
But also
how
kind
it
of terrible.
started.
How dare the makers?
Right.
Were we able to grab the armor and stuff off the people, or no?
Yeah. Yeah, if you
Okay.
if you wanted to, before the rock takes them out to sea.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 sets of leather. 10 short swords. 10 long swords. 10 short bows.
Will
Great
probably
sword.
be helpful
Full
if
plate.
we're gonna try to be raiding ships tomorrow.
And then was there two great sword guys?
Just the one was downed. The other one got away.
Oh, okay.
Ensorcelled, full plate. Full plates, regular AC, 20 AC versus ranged attacks. After the bodies are removed, the village warriors begin to work on trying to repair the portion of the wall that had been struck by the catapult boulder. When the gates open, the mushroom dragon rushes out to Denali. Do you guys just go back to sleep?
Shalara does.
Okay.
Yep.
Everybody goes back to sleep. The plan was to attack early morning before the sun rises, but yeah. So before the sun rises, there's someone at the door of the hut, gently knocking, waking everyone up.
Is that in like an hour?
Yeah, like hour and a half.
Okay. Spells are back.
The guy knocked. Has it been an hour? No. Go away.
10 more minutes.
Yeah. He says that the invaders have made a fort out to the west. That's where they came from the night before, but they still want to attack the ships.
Okay.
Up to you guys what you want to, if you want to go with them or not.
We have enemies on two sides now.
Yeah, we're
That
fine.
makes me a little more worried to send all of our forces one way.
That's fair. Do you guys hand over the weaponry and armor from the invaders to the villagers? That seemed to be the intention, but I didn't.
We probably should.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so they are going to start loading up into the boat. Their plan is to get to the bigger boat first and get men on board, because as soon as one of the ships gets attacked, they're going to raise the alarm.
Oh, heads
And-
up, y'all. As soon as you touch that deck, an alarm's gonna go off, probably.
That's good information to share.
Yeah. That's why they want to attack the bigger ones because that's going to be the harder one to take, and then travel over to the smaller one and board that one as well. That's the general plan that they have.
I just mean like there's really no sneaking like available once we get onto that boat. Like there's no sneaking.
Right. Yeah. I mean, combat's going to break out as soon as anyone's found.
I will make the suggestion that before they do start combat, like, you know, before they get on board or whatever, like, we at least, like, maybe Devery and I can try to do what we did last time, which is, like, you know, the fight breaks out at the top of the ship and maybe we help if there are any, see if there are any prisoners and help them escape while that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because they don't want to sink either boat without making sure that there are no islanders on board.
So I mean, I volunteer as tribute for that, you know, because I can climb up the anchor like I did last time.
Okay. Everyone notes Shalara burns her face some more.
And growls.
Yeah, don't forget the growl. It's a point of damage.
Yeah.
So Nami's volunteering to attack the big boat.
Well, to be the sneak attack portion of the boat.
Well, yeah, the sneak attack has to be the big boat. Well, it doesn't have
Right,
to be,
right,
but
right.
that's what they are planning to do because...
No, I know. I'm aware. I'm just saying, like, I'm not planning on being part of, like, the main fight at top, at least at the beginning. Like, while they're, like, basically they're going to be the distraction, or that's going to cause a distraction, allowing me to slip in so that I
Okay.
can see and get the people out. That's my
Split
plan.
the party.
Split the party.
Right. So, but the point I think we're trying to arrive at is if you're saying that Nami's going with the ship attack and not to the keep or the new fortress.
I think I'd be more help out there on water.
Right.
Right. So they want to... are the rest of you wanting to go out to the fort instead?
Shalara would much rather go to the fort.
They're gonna get slaughtered if they go by themselves to either.
Is a party currently going out to the fort?
There's right now that you haven't made a choice.
No.
Except that Nami was volunteering.
A party of the villagers.
Oh, no. They're still planning to go out to attack the boats
Okay.
first.
I'm making the argument that if they go out to those boats alone, they will probably die.
I'm not trying to offer a counterpoint. I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. Not arguing that that's not. What does everybody else want to do? We all know how Shalara feels about water. She does not want to go out to the boats.
I do agree that we should help as much as possible. We don't want them to be. We don't want it to be a massacre.
It's true. We stand a better chance with you.
Wait, what?
Are we trying to convince you to go on the raid? Is that what's going on?
No, I'm trying to figure out who all still wants to go with the boats. Instead of going to the fort, the new fort. Seemingly, we now have two options.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the question is which option are you taking? Seems to be leaning towards go with the boat people. Though Shalara does not like that.
Shalar is feeling particularly fatalistic, so she's probably not going to object much.
I'm for boats.
Boats, okay.
If it comes to vote.
Boats on boats.
I, being a boat boy, also like boats. I'm not a fort boy. I'm a boat boy.
Okay. And Nami's volunteered to sneak, do some sort of sneakiness onto the big boat. So, does anyone object to just all attacking the big boat? Some of you want to go on to the small boat?
Big boat's fine.
Less chance of sinking.
Yep. Big boat, less chance of getting splashed with water.
It's true.
Yep. We can focus our efforts there.
Okay.
Das Boot.
No, das Boot.
That's not what I said.
I know that's not what you said.
Okay, so then early in the morning, as the villagers board the boat, so too do the rest of you. And begin to move out into the ocean. Let's see here. I know Devry has a swim speed and can breathe underwater. Is he going to go into the water as well?
Yeah, I'm part of Aqua Team. Hunger Force.
All right, so the three of you will be attacking on the top side while Debris and Nami are below deck. Okay.
That sounds correct. If you're looking for
It does.
confirmation.
Is somebody dying?
Maybe.
Oh.
Okay, gotta get that.
God.
Oh, that might be my dad. My dad might be dying.
Oh no.
It's fine. He does it a lot.
Dies?
Yeah, might be. Might be dies a lot. Oh, and Oz neglects to go, citing the fact that he is in a bubble of water.
What?
He'll be fine.
Is that a thing he can do now?
Okay.
Wait,
so-
what? You're just gonna what?
No, I'm just messing around. As you approach the boat itself, let's put you on the boat map.
Can't just say shit like that. Trying to move on.
So the boat you're approaching is quite large, at least twice as large as the boat that you found. It's got 4 and aft castles. Let's see. You don't spot any griffins on the approach. See, 2 of you are sailors, right? Or have sailing ability.
I think
Three.
3 of us do.
Well, I think 2 of the people who have sailing abilities are in the water.
Nami, your health is full, probably.
Oh, right, because we had a whole rest. Oogly doogly. But yes, there are like 3 of us that have sailing abilities.
Okay. Who
Me,
would be on the
Debris.
boat?
Oh,
Taft.
Taft,
Taft.
yeah.
Okay, so the villagers, allow you to be at the helm if you prefer.
Yeah, I can
Let that-
help navigate.
Okay. Here's the guy. Okay. Give me a vehicle check.
It's
It's
gonna
a
want
boat,
to know
alright.
what attribute to use.
That's true. We're trying to sidle up to the boat without messing up and crashing into it, so I'm going to call that either Dex or Strength, your choice.
That's all the way.
Or Strength.
Oh no.
Delightful. Double 2s.
3 plus 0 plus 2.
I'm not
Weird.
even sure what else it's checking for. Oh, proficiency? Doesn't know that I'm proficient somehow. So there
You
should be 9s, I
proficient,
guess.
right?
Is that the 2?
There should be 9s. No, the 2's my deck. Wait,
What's the 3?
Where's the roll?
I don't know.
Like where? Oh no, you rolled a 2.
yeah, rolled a 2 plus 3.
That's not what I meant to do at all.
Maybe it is a 7.
Yeah.
Bonus.
It would be 9, I would think, right? 3 plus proficiency plus Dex.
Yeah, it's just not good.
Okay.
Oh no, it is 7 because it's. I don't know what the 0 is, but the 3 is my dex and the 2 is.
2 is the roll.
Well, yeah, but there's another 2.
Yeah, that's the proficiency. That's so weird. Maybe that's like bonus for tools or something. Who knows? Anyway,
Modifier?
so
Yeah.
the boat, you bring it in close, and then it just barely starts to scrape side against side. You hear them on the deck of the galleon note the collision and begin to rush towards your side. There should be some villagers on here.
I'm climbing up the.
How tall? How
Sorry.
much taller is their deck above ours?
It's quite a bit, but you could reach it from the what's that called?
Is that aft? The end. The end.
back,
The
the
back.
back side.
The back.
It is the aft. Kristen, you
Aft
are
aft
crazy
is
scary.
the direction, but it's the stern.
Stern. Okay. Hey,
So
I was.
up there.
Yeah. I'm currently hiding here.
Well, maybe I'll just move the boat.
Shalara's in
so
this
we have
corner.
2 in the water. Oh yeah, so the boats scrape together, and you can hear them clamoring and starting to come to look. What do you do?
Ready a firebolt.
Okay. The village warriors begin to crowd towards that end and climb up so that they can jump on board the galleon. And I'll start that. Oh, that's That's weird.
Ah, Galleons and Griffins, I was right.
What?
I said Galleons and Griffins, I was right.
Oh, yeah, you really were. Okay, so one of them peers over the side and looks at your small sailing vessel and is about to shout.
And Shalara firebolts him?
Perhaps.
Well, she's gonna try.
She sure does.
Can I be climbing the anchor at this point?
Yeah, you are. Oh, he breathes in to shout and gets hit with a firebolt and falls over dead. You hear shouts from
Straight up
the other man up
dies.
there. Where would that put you if you're in the... Put you there. Okay, and the two of you climb up. They'll grab you two.
I mean, we're not going in until that freaking alarm goes off, or until we hear them shouting, because
Yeah,
we
you'll...
don't want to set it off.
Okay, then you do hear them shouting, because that's
Okay, hear them shouting, and then we'll go, I guess.
Okay, you're in the top left. In a small room.
Oh. There is black over there. Okay.
The room is filled with barrels, some boxes, shelving. There are a couple beds that look like they have bloodstains on them. Hay underneath, some of which is also soaked up some blood. There's buckets with dirty rags. It looks like it could be a makeshift infirmary. The alarm goes up on the deck, and the village warriors start to climb aboard. And start combating the soldiers and sailors above. What do the three of you do?
Tav, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good of an idea is disabling this ship? Or do we want to try to preserve it so that we can use it, if possible?
I mean, wasn't the villagers' plan to sink it?
I can't remember.
I think the villagers' plan was to sink.
Plan on
They
what?
want, after
Make sure
making
no-
sure that there's no... Yeah.
Oh, we're planning on trying to sink it after the villagers are off.
Yeah.
Or any prisoners.
Yep.
And then capture the other boat.
So nobody will get mad if I go over here and destroy the helm. That's what it's called, right? The helm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Colorful. What is this? Something I
It's
don't
kind
know
of hard
about.
to see from the sailing boat you're on, but it's some sort of sundial apparatus coupled with like a navigational tool, maybe.
Okay.
So that's what Shalara is going to do. She'll grit her teeth and try to climb aboard and head for the helm.
Okay. As you do so, you note that there are men climbing up the stairs here from under deck to come and attack the villagers.
Okay.
They are preoccupied, and you can make it over there pretty easily. There is someone there. They're not armored and have no weaponry. They're just helming the ship.
Okay. So when he sees me run up, what's the reaction?
Mostly terror. Fear. You can see fear there.
Yeah, okay. Back up, bro. I don't want to kill you if I don't have to.
You say that in their language.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, they let's go as the wheel begins to spin freely and just steps away.
Great. And this looks like this might be a lot
Oh.
of
My boat.
people.
Half of it's back.
Again, I'm just
Yeah.
not. Shalara's just not in a good mood, so she's going to cast Dragon's Breath and breathe fire on the helm. Oh my god, everybody disappeared.
Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. So you just breathe fire all over it?
On the helm. I'm trying to destroy it. Like, if there seems to be like a best strategy to do that, I don't know. Like, just seems like burning it up might be a good idea.
Yeah, fire breath is pretty good at burning things that are made of wood.
Okay, so that's what she's gonna do. Try to roll
Okay.
3d6.
No.
I think it's 3d6.
I mean, yeah, you would, but it is on fire now. Okay. What's Tath doing?
Tath is going to stay on the boat and try and keep it near enough to the galleon
Okay.
to be helpful.
Sure. There are other villagers down below that come up. The plan was once these ones hopped on board this ship to go over to the smaller ship to try to keep them from joining up and disable that one as well.
Oh, that's right. So they can take the boat.
Okay.
So Tath will hop up on deck.
And there's probably actually
Here.
Are they gonna come back?
yeah, once they get the warriors on the smaller ship. And then
Okay.
what's Denali doing?
Denali is gonna move up here, and she's going to first it's not the configuration I want yet. Okay, for now, she's just going to be throwing produce flames at people, basically waiting for some more of them to get closer.
Okay. I mean, they're fighting on board the galleon at this point, so you can
Yeah.
chuck them.
Are you getting on to the galleon? Right now I still see you on the smaller ship.
I'm still on the smaller ship for now.
Okay.
Okay. And the two of you in the infirmary, Devery and Nami.
Yeah, I mean, is there a door leading out?
Yeah. I guess from this side it's hard to see because
Oh, okay.
it's there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna peek my head out. I assume people are probably pretty busy with what's going on upstairs. So, but I'm still gonna keep an eye out for anybody else that's down here. But yeah, I'll venture out.
Okay. Out in the next room, it's much larger and it's just filled to the brim with crates and barrels. You see a couple weapon racks. Most of the weapons are gone. There's a couple spears left there, and a couple more doors.
Okay. I will go to each door that's closest, like whatever's closest to me, and just kind of listen in and see if I can hear anything to the one closest to me.
There's a door here.
I'm sorry, I'm
here.
not seeing anything.
You can.
Maybe
The door's
left.
open. You can walk through it.
I think my thing just lost internet connection, so I'm refreshing.
Okay. Yeah. The two of the doors lead out onto the deck, and the third door leads to like a. It looks like it could be like a brig. It's got
Okay,
a bunch of beds with shackles.
The one that does not go out onto the deck is what I would go for.
Okay. That is room filled with beds that have shackles.
But the people are gone.
There aren't any. Yeah, there aren't any people that you can see in there. Guess I can remove that one.
Okay.
What, like the deck?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we boarded a lot lower than that.
You climbed up the anchor, and there was an opening.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you get a window too low, it just kind of start sinking your own boat.
I mean, I'm just gonna. I'll keep exploring until I can, like anything else that's below deck. But if I don't see anything, I'll head back up.
Okay.
To the main deck, see if I can help.
Once the helm is on fire, what does Shalara do? There are a couple soldiers that have come out, and that's not Shalara, but the box, and are coming up the stairs. Weapons there.
She'll breathe fire on them.
Okay.
She's gonna guard this thing until it's properly destroyed, and then she's gonna quench the fire.
Fair.
Teth is real curious about what this thing is. That you already explained, but yeah. Does it look removable?
It you could, so you can't just grab it, but you could like take it off of its like fastenings after you with time.
Okay. Does it seem like something Teth understands how it works?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, he's interested in trying to preserve it then.
Okay. Breathing
Since it
fire
seems
down
like
the
it might-
stairs just murders those two. Bit more of the boat catches flame. Soldiers or the sailors shy away from it because fire on boat is bad, and they start to grab buckets to try to put it out. I'm gonna move Nami and Devri onto the deck. And then what is, so Tath's inspecting that navigation and sundial tool. What is Denali doing?
Okay. Well, now I will go ahead and get onto the other boat. And there we go. And I'm going to see, are they in the range? I want to cast, these guys look a little beefier.
I think those are the bystander sailors that are unarmed and such.
Oh, they're bystanders.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, they look mad.
Oh,
they're really just bystanders. Yeah.
They're sailors.
Oh,
they're not.
Okay.
They don't
That
seem soldiers.
changes everything. Okay. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and cast Fairy Fire on all these guys.
Okay. Oh, they all save.
Oh,
Wow.
that sucks.
Puffball Dragon puffs as you climb away, and the village warriors are about to head towards the smaller boat, which you can hear bells from, alarm bells.
The skinny lads are our friends, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Wearing traditional, aside from the leather armor pinched from the soldiers the night before, are wearing mostly traditional garb with warrior masks.
Ooh.
On deck, or coming out onto the deck, Nami and Devri see the chaos of the scene. There's fire on the stern of the boat where the helm is. The warriors are fighting with the soldiers, and yeah. What do you do?
Nami's in front of me, so she'll do whatever she's doing.
Yeah, what does Nami do?
I will. I mean, are people actually like fighting?
Yep.
Or
yeah.
did they give up? Okay, because like.
Oh, they're not giving up. Yeah. They're fighting.
Okay. So whoever's closest to me. Let's see. Trying to like zoom in on my. Oh, so much fire!
Oh no! Why is the boat leaving?
Because
they're
that's
going
the
to the
plan.
smaller one.
Oh. Good. Keep
Oh,
up the good work.
sucks to suck. They just bounce.
I'll go for this guy.
No, he's a bystander.
That's,
He's a friendly.
Oh, he's a
friendly.
bystander?
That guy is just a sailor. He does not have armor or any weaponry.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
He's
well then.
So he'll be a
something
really
just
easy
looks
kill. Is what you're saying.
Yeah. That's if you're
Alright.
going for kill counts,
No.
those are the ones to go after.
No, it's fine.
17.
They just looked beefier, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll go for the beefier dude. But no, I'll go for this guy.
I'll have to find a better token for the bystander sailors next time.
Okay.
Saddest looking NPC possible.
Character sheet, what am I? Okay. Fireball.
Okay. The arrow strikes him in the back. He staggers forward and then turns on you.
Bring it.
Okay. So then what does Devry do?
I'm gonna thwack this one with my staff.
Okay.
With both hands. Because reasons.
Because more damage?
Essentially. Does a 15 hit?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, that's right. That's a 3.
Okay.
Player Kristen is very sus about the fact that we're not an initiative. Oh.
Well, I mean, that's probably changing now.
I was actually just about to have everyone roll.
Also, I'm very suspicious of the fact that we found none of our villagers.
You don't know that.
You've only been on the top deck and one room, or like one area of the boat.
Oh, I thought Nami and Devry were supposed to go find.
I wanted to check. I said I wanted to check like the rest of the below deck, and then if we didn't find anything, go up top.
This whole section is one floor and it's empty.
Yeah, it's not. There wasn't much in there. There weren't villagers in there anyways.
So there isn't like another deck or anything, or another floor.
Yeah, there's a staircase leading down right here.
Oh, okay. So we didn't go.
There's a door over here.
We're not in that area.
Yeah, you came out of this door right here.
Gotcha.
You could go down through this area if you open that up.
Okay. Well, dope. Probably shouldn't have shot an arrow then.
Really, it's just not Shalara's day for a couple of days.
All right, so a very well armored and important looking man with a shield emerges out of this door, and it is Denali's.
Oh.
They're shouting orders in their foreign tongue. It doesn't sound like they're saying treat our guests well.
Can you? I don't know how you want to do that, but what is?
They're basically calling for soldiers below deck to come up.
Oh, so when Shalara hears that, she'll yell out that there's more coming.
All right. Seeing him, I'm going to go with Old Faithful, cast Moonbeam on him. On the
important looking guy.
On the
the
important
important looking guy.
He does look important. That's some fancy armor he's got.
He looks super important. Yeah.
Just port this over from the other one. He succeeds.
Yeah, seems like he'd have a pretty good constitution. Oh, that sucks.
Okay.
Yeah, ouch.
Do you do anything else?
No, not at the moment. Want to keep trying with the Moonbeam for a little bit.
Okay. And Nami's turn.
Oh, Puffball Dragon didn't come with us.
Couldn't climb up.
He was like, "Heck no, I'm out of here."
He's safer over there. It's okay.
My monster manual. It's like it's hiding. Found my Ginga in my cursive straw. That's not helpful.
I mean,
it's Nami's turn. You're muted.
Ah, every time. All right.
I'm just gonna have to make do without monster manual.
I guess I'll go for this guy.
Okay.
Did it click? No. Hello?
Nothing happened on my end.
Oh, now both showed up.
That's a hit, and takes that one out. Ugh. You die.
Oh, and as a bonus action, I'll go ahead and cast. Who is this guy?
He just walked out from this side of the deck. He looked like this. He's got a shield as well. He begins shouting orders as soon as he emerges on deck.
All right. I'm gonna do Hunter's Mark on him.
are you multitasking, Jennifer?
Maybe.
Okay. Okay. He steps over to this guy and first he makes a con save. That's a good spell.
It is a good spell.
God damn.
Jeez. It's not doing as well this fight.
Well, that's only because Jacob's a wizard at rolling high.
Hey, all I did was find a hat.
Well, I was rolling better damage last time too.
All I've done is found a pointy hat and I call myself a wizard. I'm not actually one.
Your saves, the rolls you get when your characters need to make saves disagree, or would seemingly say otherwise.
It's not so bad. Okay, that one is.
I
He
just
walks
realized
up.
apparently I didn't roll an initiative.
Oh,
somehow.
I thought I had everyone. I guess I didn't. Yeah,
okay.
if you could just add in, we'll see where you land.
Just put me after him. It's fine.
Just put him at like 7.16.
Yeah, 7's fine.
As penance for not doing it at the right time.
All right, that one walks up behind this guy and stabs him in the back. The warrior goes down.
Ouch.
They fight against the villagers. One of them in the back turns and moves towards Devry. And misses.
Hell yeah.
This one starts to come down. A couple more emerge. Oh, that's not good for him. He walks right into the moonbeam and dies.
Nice. You've effectively thermopolied that door, apparently.
Wow.
Devry sees another figure in the doorway that does not come out. Nami sees him too. He's quite well armored as well, and a couple more.
Oh my god!
Below deck. The well armored one looks like this, or the one that's in the doorway that doesn't come out.
That's.
Ooh.
Too bad Guff's not here. I think he would be interested.
I know.
Nice.
That's just I was just thinking. The guy looks like so. He looks so sassy.
And then there is a door here, and 2 more come out there as well. And
What,
it is
seriously?
Pat's turn.
Can you click it again? My stupid thing. I always have to refresh it.
Right. Oh, the figure of the guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well armored and a spellcaster? That guy definitely looks like a spellcaster.
But no.
Maybe he's a warlock. Stop it.
All right.
Was that stop it to me?
You keep it keeps popping up on my screen.
Oh.
He was trying to show me because my stupid computer keeps like lagging.
I was actually doing it to post to Discord, but it's already been done.
Yeah. I'm gonna go beat you to it.
Teth will step over here. Hex this guy. Stab him with a rapier.
Okay. Yeah, that gets him. Oof, okay. And that puts us on Shalara's turn.
Can Shalara kind of hop over? Oh, whoa, what the hell?
As the flames continue to spread.
Can Shalara hop over this way? I know that guy is right there, but she wants to hop over this way to go here. Oh my god, what is going on? I'm sorry, I'm struggling with this map. Can she see this guy?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so essentially what I'm thinking is she runs over here, leans over the railing, and breathes fire on him.
All right.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Without getting this guy?
Yeah.
Great. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I guess that's 3d6. No, now the turn order's in the way. Of course he made his... Really, Jacob? And of course it's a shit roll.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Village warriors push back against the soldiers.
Oh, I have meta magic. I could have... Aw. Well, I mean,
which
anyway.
metas did you take?
I have
Out of curiosity.
I think I have empowered, so I could have re-rolled my dice.
Isn't there one that makes them have disadvantage on the saves of the spells you cast against them?
Yeah, but I didn't take that one. I'll use that one next time, I guess.
That brings us to Denali.
I have them.
I will move Moonbeam on this guy again.
Okay. You have control of the moonbeam. Just
Oh, do I?
Yeah, you can move it around as you want.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
My
Yay.
vote.
Right now, your moonbeam is keeping people from coming up the stairs.
That is
Out the door.
true. That is very true.
It's fine. Shalara's right there. She'll just breathe fire on him.
Yeah. Because I can't do other things as long as Moonbeam is up because it's concentration.
Well, you can just leave it in the same spot and cast a different
Right,
spell that
yeah.
doesn't require concentration.
Oh. I thought I couldn't cast any other spells. Okay. This is my first time as a caster.
Okay.
Okay, then I can do other things. I am going to move.
You can even wild shape.
I can. I'm going to move right here. And I believe if I did oh, just kidding. Never mind. That's not going to work the way I thought it would. Sorry. I had a different plan in mind. I'm just going to start hitting this guy next to me
All right.
for the moment and leave Moonbeam there.
You watch as the body of that poor guy continues to burn away.
Great.
Oh, there's 2 bodies there, aren't there? Yep.
Oh,
that's
here?
just the one.
Oh, yeah. But this guy gets 2 damage.
Which one is it?
The guy right
okay.
next to me here.
All right. And Nami's go.
Quick thing, when it gets to my point, I'll need clarification on a point before we move on. But continue.
I'm shooting at this guy.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. It won't work anyway. So ignore me.
I can't shoot.
That will hit. That's not right.
No?
No, he went to negative 43 damage, and I'm pretty sure that that's inaccurate.
I support it.
Well, but I also do have a
Personally.
D6, but that definitely wouldn't do that much damage.
No, I can imagine what it'd be like if it was, though.
Yeah. Okay. And then Devries go.
Okay, give me a second here. Yes, I think actually this would work. If I hold an action, can I still use my bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to quicken spell a shatter at this exact point right here.
Right.
Is that it's a little sketchy, but
Are you trying to do it in the middle of the square?
Yes. I'm trying to find a point that hits. Okay, maybe not. Is there a point here that hits all? Is there a point that hits these 6 boys but nobody else?
No.
Is there not? Really?
It'd get at least to yourself. Because it's 10. Because it's 10 feet. So.
Yeah.
Like to cover them, it has to be like either this point here or this one here. If you go further back, you don't get the 2 to the right. Because you're doing it from an intersection.
Okay,
is
my
the way that the
my
grades work.
the ones that I most care about are this one, the two right by the stairs, and then this one here.
I mean, you get all of them with yourself if you're okay with that.
Yeah, I'm mostly okay with that. Wait, I can hit all 6 of them as long as it's hitting me as well?
Yeah.
Totally fine. Totally fine.
You'd also get the sailor up here, but
Take that deal.
Right? It's a sailor. All right. So I'm gonna roll 20-sided die. 6-sided die. That's not gonna help. 2 of them
Looks like
save,
2 of them save. Everybody, so it's 8 for everybody, and then 4 for the two that
and then yourself.
Oh, I don't even remember what kind of roll that is. Con?
Constitution. Yeah.
I'm good at those.
Says
Yeah, pass.
right there.
You take 4.
I think.
That's gonna need another -4 on that guy.
Of course, the one right next to me saved.
I mean, you also rolled 8 on 38, which sucks real bad.
Yeah, that was real rough. It's almost like rolling 8 on 3d6, but even worse.
Thank you. And my primary action will still be what I whispered to you earlier.
It's gonna sabotage the group. Okay, so they have a new threat, not the villagers, and they go and those 3 attack Devry. And it looks like 2 of them miss and 1 hits.
I'm gonna cast shield as a reaction.
Still hits. That's not right.
Does it still hit?
Yeah. I mean, 15 was the base roll.
Oh, okay.
But only 3 damage, so that's not too bad. Those are sad soldiers.
Temporary AC is 17.
Got those guys. You watch as the guy inside this room closes that door.
Smart.
Okay, this guy swings his sword at this one, but misses a couple times, and those 2. Okay, he doesn't. The crowd. It's iffy. All right, so the one next to Tath attacks him, misses, and the other one heads down the stairs. Sailors begin to run buckets up this, pouring them onto the fire, and it is Tath's go. I know we're running a little bit past. There looks like a suitable stopping point pretty soon.
Stab this guy real quick. Stab at him. Yeah.
Yep, stabbed him real quick.
And then bonus action, transfer the hex to the important looking guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it is Shalara's go.
Shalara will yell at the sailors to that if they touch the fire, or if they douse that fire, she's gonna they're something to the effect of, if you douse that fire, you will wish you hadn't. So it's either the boat is burning or you are burning. Choose wisely. And then she
Intimidation.
will probably she wants to probably scoot over here and breathe fire on this guy again, just to make sure she's not hitting anybody else.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Yeah. Get it.
I'm just trying to, or can I stay here and do that? Like I don't
Yeah,
really,
you can.
I
You
just
don't
want
have
to
to
make
move
sure that
to do that.
You can angle it toward. It's a 15-foot cone, so it'd be these
He
three.
saves?
It'd be like these 3 squares.
Of course he does, Jacob.
Look, I'm just the dice guy. All right, I don't decide what they've become.
Well, I'm not, and 2 1s again. This is.
That's like rolling an 8 on 3d8.
Oh no.
It's one of those.
Art imitates life.
Oh no, it's because just before you rolled that, she had rolled 8 on 3d6.
No, yeah.
Two ones as well. Like that's two turns in a row where 2 of the dice have been ones, and he's saved.
Avoiding the fire.
Well, that kind of okay. That's fine.
Villagers rush up and begin attacking the soldiers. I don't know why I'm doing it this way. And it makes it Denali's go.
Okay.
You can move the moonbeam because the door is shut.
Right.
It was already on the guy, wasn't it?
It's not on the important guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
This one is cute.
Yeah.
I will move it.
Oh, he dies too. That's good.
Onto the important guy. That's better.
This one guy has been
Nice.
stabbed by Nanami, bonked by me, shattered by me, and then stabbed by a villager and is still alive.
He saves.
He has a tough feat.
No, this one guy right here in the middle
Yeah,
is
no.
just
Yeah,
he's
the whole
surrounded
guy's
by
got
his
a
dead
tough feat.
comrades and is still standing.
Does wild shaping use my concentration? Like if I wild shaped, would moonbeam go away?
It does not.
It does not.
What? It doesn't?
No, that's part of what
Correct.
makes the moonbeam wild shape combination good for druids.
Cool.
Yeah, Moonbeam, Call Lightning. There's quite a few that are really good for druids to cast and then Wild Shape.
Great.
You can't cast in Wild Shape.
If it's not your own HP that's getting hit, do you have to keep concentration after that?
It is Nami's go.
Yeah, I'm going to use my bonus action then to wild shape into a.
Oh, I skipped Denali.
Oh, sorry.
Denali's go.
Oh yeah, that was just moving the moonbeam was my action, and then wild shaping is my bonus action. And I'm gonna shape into a panther.
Shape of a panther. I'm sure I've got one of those.
What? Why would
Oh,
you
that's
have
a big one.
It's your one from Kings of War.
Yes.
Controlled by Denali. Who is over here now.
Because it is. Just yeet her into the ocean.
Just the token.
That works.
This big boy take damage from it being moved early on his turn.
He already saved.
Oh.
All right.
I don't think this guy has rolled less than an 18 for a save in this fight.
The guy here, after watching his 2 comrades on either side of him fall and then getting bonked and stabbed and hit with arrows, throws down his sword. As does this one.
Interesting.
I found the next best thing. Oh god, I just found. I've never seen this one before, but it's so good.
Oh gosh. Oh my god.
I won't pretend that I wasn't just looking at this picture.
I love it.
It's Nami's turn.
Do you see the cricket one a little further down? Oh my god.
So things seem to be pretty taken care of up here, except for this guy, right?
Yeah.
Well, why is my thing not every time?
The important one.
Yeah, the big O.
The big O.
I'm waiting for my thing to load, but I'm just gonna shoot him with a fire arrow. Why does Roll20 hate me?
Good news. No.
Good news, everyone.
Good news, everyone. What? Oh.
That will miss.
Yep.
And it is Devry's go.
Oh, sorry, I'm still looking at Animorphs.
That's not
I'm also looking at animals.
I mean, to be fair, that's probably a better use of your time between.
Is this the one you said threw down his sword?
The one right next to you?
Oh, the one right next to me is the one who threw down the sword.
And the one to the right of you, but not the one.
Oh, is he still alive?
Fully armored. Yeah, he's fully.
Oh, that one. Okay.
The one
Does
that's
that mean
and Hunter's marked and moonbeamed.
Is keeping up the fight. Okay. Does that mean I can disengage without actually disengaging? Like I can safely move away?
Walk away. Yeah, he doesn't have a sword. I guess technically he could try punching you, but it doesn't look like he's prepared to do that.
If he does, I'm just gonna punch back, which would result in him dying.
Possibly, yeah.
1, 2. Oh, I can't move on the grid.
Yeah.
With the arrow keys.
Just
you can't move with your 2, 3, 4. Circumvent the fire. 6, something like that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm gonna shock and grasp.
Okay.
Which gets the advantage because of armor.
Yep.
Does a 15 hit this guy?
No, he knocks your hand away.
Ah! Here I stand.
There I go.
Doing everything I can.
Moonbeam damage. Looks like he saves.
All right.
That is kind of wild.
Yeah.
He steps out of the moonbeam.
Opportunity from the dude.
Oh, this guy. Yeah. Technically.
Now my flanking.
The dude misses. I guess he was flanking at the time. The dude misses. The man looks about the deck at the burning ship, the mostly dead soldiers, and throws his sword to the ground.
Sweet.
And that's where we'll stop.
I keep forgetting to cast Mage Armor. It hasn't helped much, but
let's see. I'm guessing Oz makes a ridiculous jump from the boat to over here to join next session.
Oh.
Yeah, but that'll be where we stop. We'll pick up with how you want to deal with him throwing down his weapon in apparent surrender. Next
kind
time.
of sad. I'm sad I didn't get to do my epic pounce through the fire at him, but that's okay.
You still can. Oh, that's not right. Where'd the boat go? That's what I was trying to do. There was some part of this map that was bleeding into the water portion on the left.
Yes.
Oh, now it looks even worse over there. There's no fixing this. Oh, now it's fixed. All right.
Good job, everybody.
Next time.